Hey, I'm gonna do a review on Wish. Actually, you can't because you have never seen the movie. Well, you can when you know the general idea of it. But to be fair, am gonna review the movie trailers and give my thoughts on the songs, and also rewriting Asha and the role she plays in the story. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year! Your friendly neighborhood spider is here to criticize the bombshell that Wish is. Wish was a movie created to celebrate the 100 years of Disney on this planet, which is currently sitting at $176.9 million worldwide, with a budget of around $200 million. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, to be frank, I wasn't really surprised. Yeah, sure, I saw the trailer and the advertisement, but I didn't want to go see it since Disney has already lost all my trust in it ever since they started to do the remakes, which is frustrating because the movie could have been great. I've actually seen the concept art for the movie, and I was like, what? We could have gotten this? The frick? OMG, a Starboy resembling Peter Pan that can also shapeshift? Gah! We could have something. But no. Instead, they reduced this wasted potential into a markable plushie. I'm serious. They really made Starboy into a markable plushie. Look, you could have kept the plushie just being one of the transformations Starboy turns into. But whatever, I don't care. I really don't care about anything about this movie ever since they showed the trailers. I shrugged it up and walked away. And it's depressing. I grew up with Disney movies, and seeing it fail, although satisfying since the company deserves it, is just sad. And even looking at the movie I could have been, what makes me more frustrated at the movie. Could have gotten a Disney couple that are villains. Like, come on, Disney, take risks. Take risks to make actual good movies people will watch because all you're doing is just making these commercials. Movies to market your toys. And it's sickening and it's getting old. Wait, I'm talking about the company, not the movie trailer. Sorry, guys, I went off a little bit there. Whatever, let's dive into this trailer as my brain rots to death. I'm here. So this takes place in the kingdom called Rosas. It is, and I quote, the most magical kingdom. Okay, cool, we'll see about that. It's founded by their king called Magnifico, with the power to grant wishes. Now I know why it's called Wish. It's about wishes, knee slapper.
Their handsomest, most beloved king.
You're right. I am a handsome king.
Bro, he looks like someone you would see at McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A. Our main protagonist is a character named Asha, a smart, quirky, brave, confident, and a dork. Wait, she sounds exactly like almost all protagonists in recent Disney films. Surely that cannot be a coincidence. She wants to become the king's apprentice. So when she goes to be interviewed by the king, he immediately shows her that most of the wishes don't even get granted. Dude, what? You just met her. You should have at least waited for her to be your actual apprentice. Teach her some magic, then when you start to trust her, you show her your biggest secret. But no, it's obvious this scene was done to convey some form of conflict, even in the trailer. He tells her that he only grants wishes that are good for the kingdom of Rosas, which is weird for Asha to be against it. From what I understand, he doesn't want to grant wishes that are vague or dangerous. But Asha here is like, but everyone should at least have their wishes back, or aka every wish should be granted, I think. But the reason why I find this weird is because the king is right in this situation. What if someone wishes the king to kill someone that pissed him off? Or what if someone becomes a leader, but that person morally is evil? The conflict becomes weak because of this, since it's painted the king in the wrong while Asha in the right, when it's actually in reverse. Don't worry, when I go into rewriting Asha, I will go in depth as I can from the trailers and songs. So Asha runs off to cry about it and wishes on a star, singing this wish. Then magically a star falls from the sky. I still cannot believe that they dropped an interesting character that has so much story potential and even gave Asha a love interest just to make them something to market. Oh, by the way, the original film was supposed to be a romantic love story between Starboy and Asha, but they threw it away just to mark a plushie. I cannot describe my hatred for this downgraded star. Ever since I've seen the concept art of this character, and him having much more personality than this plushie truly despises me. Because that's what this plushie is and it will always be. A cute toy that I want to rip to shreds and burn to pieces. Besides, I don't think it has any plot relevance to the story from what I can see from the trailers and songs. There was a big flash, blah blah blah, the king sees it as a threat to his kingdom, blah blah. Wait, I hear you saying in the comments. The king sees it as a threat to his position and power, not the kingdom. Oh wow, thank you dear viewer. This makes no sense at all. I'll get to that later. But then the king is like, dude, guys, there's a traitor among us. Sorry, he said amongst us, not among us. God, Disney, you missed out on all of the memes that the film should have. At least it would have been laughable. I highly doubt this film is even remotely funny. Asha is getting chased by people. I'm not sure who. It's just them finding a dead end for Asha to find an opening. Wait, I hear you saying again. It was Valentino who found the opening, not Asha.
What?
And the king opens the book and green magic comes out of it. Wow, very creative. Blue equals good, but green? It's probably going to be a plot device or a reason for the king to be evil. Oh wait, it is. As it turns out, from when I was watching some of the reviews on this movie, that it was a plot device. I'm not saying what or how, since it was not said in the trailer, and I do want to keep my word, but it's obvious that it was to make the king go bad. Who needs character development when you can have green magic spew out of their fingertips? There is a lot of chicken stuff in it. Weird. King chases Asha, then some random characters jump into the Tower of Wishes, and that's pretty much the trailer. And honestly, now with the movie out, it makes the trailers weird. Like sure, you are promoting the quote-unquote return of villains, but King Magnifico isn't. He wanted to create a place of peace since his home and possibly his family was killed from thieves and bandits. They don't dive into it in the trailers, either because they forgot about it or they're actually giving him reasoning and gonna show it in the movie. It doesn't sound villainous at all, now does it? But it makes Asha's argument weak. It honestly makes me believe that Magnifico is more in the right, because what he is doing is right. He wants to protect his citizens from going through something he endured before creating his kingdom. It's just have him take your wish and you live there for free. He doesn't charge you anything except for your wish and that's it, nothing else. If you want to make the villain, make him use the wishes to have more control or create more conflict with other neighboring kingdoms if he's power hungry as the trailer presents him. Not only Magnifico suffers because of plot, Asha suffers as well. As it turns out, according to Wikipedia, Asha only went to the interview not to learn about magic, but to persuade the king into granting her grandfather's wish. It just makes her reasoning so selfish and pathetic. I don't think it's even in the middle of the film. I think it's actually in the beginning 10 or 20 minutes. The better reasoning for her to be Magnifico's assistant is because she genuinely wants to help her citizens and learn more about how magic works. And speaking of magic, let's dive into it. From the trailers alone, I felt very confused with the magic system. Look, I'm not an expert in magic or how spells work, but I know that there are limitations. Some good examples are Harry Potter and Hilda. Hilda is a simple show and does dive into the magic part in some episodes, and they're a lot of fun to watch and they go with the plot of the episode. Not only Hilda, but Harry Potter has some fun spells that they cast become a lot of fun to watch since they 1. Explain how the spell works, 2. Explain how to do the certain motion to cast the spell, and lastly 3. Actually saying the word. It's simple enough for me and many others to understand this simple concept, and it still comes off as fun. Yeah, sure, some spells don't have to have certain motions, but you can still shrug it off over it since there are plenty of other spells that have certain motions. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the magic and wish. The reason why I find the magic confusing in Wish is because of the markable plushie. I'm just gonna call it plushie because that's what it is and always be, and it can never live up to Starboy. May rest in peace in the area of wasted potential for the fanfic writers to come up with a better story than Wish. Anyway, the plushie just walks around and anything that's non-sentient or non-verbal are either talking and or become alive, which is like, how? So, Plushie is a star which was called upon by Asha, therefore making Plushie a wishing star. So, did these animals, fungus, and plant wish on Plushie to become sentient or verbal, or did Plushie force it onto them? Because all he does is spread stardust, and then they talk. So, it feels more like forcing magic onto them without their consent. I'm not even sure what Plushie is doing. They're just flying over and spreading their pixie dust all over the place. This can even be applied to Magnifico. He doesn't have any certain motion that makes the spell different. Doesn't say any words to make them different as well. Heck, even granting some of his citizens' wishes just become weird because he just does it. He doesn't do a fun motion with it, doesn't say any spell, just moves his fingers and snap, the wish is true. I'm not saying that spells don't have to have words like the Scarlet Witch, but what makes her different is that her movement tells us what she's doing. We know what she's doing because we see her move in a certain way that differentiates from different spells. Wish doesn't show that in the trailer, and I don't think they do that in the film. I don't think there's any movement that makes spells different or look different. Just wave your hands, Sky, maybe some magic will come out of you. To make magic feel like magic, you have to put the effort that each spell casted is special in a way with their movement. There doesn't have to be words said, but the movement needs to be specific for audiences to understand what the characters are doing and feeling, and showing it to the audience. And I believe that they did a terrible job in showing it in the trailer. Okay, I'm done talking about the magic part, so let's talk about something else. Hey, what about the songs? Great idea! I'll talk about the songs. This section might be short and brief since I'm not an expert in this area and I know that this film is a musical, just that I'm not personally a big fan of the genre. But there are some Disney classics that do have very good songs like The Little Mermaid or Belle. But I want to go over how these songs are tricking you. What? No, they're not. They're just good and catchy. That's the whole point. These songs are just catchy. Nothing else. And I gotta admit, I almost fell into it. Because the score is great in my opinion, but the execution isn't. Like some of the song's lyrics just sound AI generated. So let's start with the introduction song, Welcome to Rosas. Welcome to Rosas is eerily similar to Welcome to Family Madrigal from Encanto. Even the music playing in the background feels like a copy and paste of the beat and feel you get from Encanto. I do feel like, however, the song is fine. It does establish a king and part of the plot and foreshadowing, which is pretty good. Until you hear this lyric. You get to give your wish in a ceremony, and he keeps them safe every wish he acquires. And once a month he grants someone's greatest desire. It could be you someday on my Sabasibio. No. Oh, I can't wait. Does it hurt? Do you cry? Oh no, you won't even miss it when you say goodbye. So this lyric is implying that once you give your wish away, you forget what your wish was. In which I will say, what the f***? No. This does not make sense in any way, shift, or form. All of these people in Rosas should be miserable. They had their desire taken away from them, making them husks that don't know what their goal in life is anymore because their desire is taken away. But maybe it was to make Magnifico villainous. The problem is that everyone is fine with this. They're fine with Magnifico taking things they strive for in life and now have no idea what to do with their lives. Zombies even have an idea what to do with their dead lives than these living people. All they want to do is eat a living person's brain that will affect them and make them zombies. They have purpose in all media. They're in horror games, shows, and even movies. Because they have purpose to the plot. These people in Rosas have no more purpose now that their desires are disintegrated from their memory. What is even annoying about the system is that their desires can now be changed. Since now they don't know what to do with their lives anymore. Just imagine this. Someone wishes Magnifico for, I don't know, a dog to keep them company. When that desire is taken away, the person is now so lonely, so she gets a cat. The king finally grants their wish, and you get a dog. Now, you have to take care of both the cat and dog, which makes you angry because you wanted one companion, not two. I know it's not a great example, but this, shall I say, plot hole just makes the movie a zombie. A dead entity that keeps dragging on. We're on the first song and I've already found a plot hole. This is gonna be great! This wish is a song Asha sings because she's a big baby and wants everything to go her way and everything handed to her. She only sings it because the king doesn't want to grant her grandfather's wish, which is to inspire people, I guess. The king won't grant it because he deems it to possibly cause a revolt against him, which I completely understand from his point of view. You know, it would be interesting if the people are upset at him for not granting their wish, and granting Asha's grandfather's wish could inspire revolt. But no, everyone's happy, so you should be too. I also want to point out these lyrics from this wish. So I look at the stars to guide me and throw caution to every warning sign. I don't know about you, but doesn't this sound weird, like AI generated? Because some of the lyrics don't even rhyme. But it's passed over because of how good the actor sings. Is the song good? It's fine, but I don't care about it because Asha gives me the vibes of her being selfish, and like I said before, only wants you to interfere because her grandfather is not getting his desire. She should know that half of the population doesn't even have their desire, but they're not going up to the king and asking for their wish to be granted. Oh no, Asha is different because she's quirky. F*** you, Asha. F*** you, Disney. The next song is I'm a Star, which really makes me uncomfortable. I don't even know how to describe it, it just does. Like, they're saying how everyone is stardust, therefore making them a star. Oh wow, this song is so confusing, the lyrics aren't fun, and they feel mind-numbing. I don't even want to think about it because it just makes my brain want to turn off and go to sleep mode. It's just forgettable. Oh my god, I'm not gonna talk about. No.
I swore I'd never do this.
This is the thanks I get is an AI generated mess. I'm not accusing Disney of using AI to write songs, which really wouldn't surprise me. It just sounds like something ChatGPT would say. Like lyrics. I let you live here for free, and I don't even charge you rent. I clean up all your messes, and I'm always there when you need to vent. I give and give and give and give. Is this the thanks I get? It really sounds like AI when just saying it rather than singing it. Also, the lyrics don't really rhyme. For some, the song is great, which is fine. Everyone can have their own opinions on certain topics. Me and other people, though, don't really like it because of how awful the lyrics are, and it overall doesn't sound like a villain song. It sounds like something the main character would sing. And also, just because a song is catchy does not mean that it's great or good. Yes, the song is catchy, but I hated every single minute of it because how they're framing this broken king to be the bad guy. I already said why. He's doing this to protect the people. But oh no, book equals great magic equals bad guy. No, that's not how villains work. Maybe they need an example. I'll do one for you.
They say there are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is. Maces and talents.
Viggo Grimborn is a heartless monster. He is from the How to Train Your Dragon franchise in the Race to the Edge series. He only cares about two things: money and expanding his business. We see him multiple times of him enjoying enslaving dragons, but also having a high respect for his enemies. A really cool thing about him is that he sometimes outsink Hiccup, as he tries to outsink Viggo, but Viggo's already a step ahead of him. That's what he was in seasons 1 to 4. He does form a higher respect for dragons and ends up changing his mind in season 6 as he saves Hiccup, his enemy, and partners up with his Grail. I would love to go into detail about him, but we can't have good things. but pre-season 5 and 6, he was a ruthless monster, and he is far superior than whomever Magnifico was trying to be. But they utterly failed in the process. If you want to make a person irredeemable, then make their actions and intentions cruel and twisted. Maybe consumed by his trauma, he hurts the citizens around him, which then over time corrupted him into becoming an evil person he was supposed to be. But no, book equals green equals evil! What I know now is a revolutionary song by Asha and her friends. Oh yeah, her friends. I don't care about them because they are forgettable and I don't even know their names. Whatever. Don't care. The song is repeating the title song way too much in my opinion. It just gets annoying. And the hoo, ha, yeah, it's just some filler that made me want to touch grass. Maybe we should go touch some grass for this mid-song. Without context, it's okay. In context, it's bad in my opinion. With the statements I made, it just makes this song very weak. I will say, it's better than This Is the Thanks I Get.
Fact! And this is the thanks I get! If happiness was a tangible thing, it would be you.
The last song is just perfect. The song was perfect, the singer sang in perfect harmony, the music was emotional, and I even almost cried. It's just that. Everything was flawless.
Everything's flawless!
And if anyone has watched the reviews, seen Wish, or even listened to the music, then you know what song I'm going to talk about. It's At All Costs. At All Costs is no matter what anyone says, is most definitely a love song. It's a song between Asha and the king though, so they might like each other, right? No, in context it's about wishes. When I heard it was about wishes, it made no sense. Cause it sounds like something Starboy and Asha would sing to each other. Oh wait! The creator of the song wanted this song to be in weddings, which means we were supposed to get romance song between Asha and Starboy. But no, we can't have female characters have flaws and love interests. They need to be strong, emotionless people. And because of this fear of making female protagonists flawed, it just removed the entire existence of Starboy. Starboy would have made Wish much more interesting in the trailers and made me go and see it. But we didn't get what we wanted. Out of context, At All Costs is a beautiful love song, but in context, it just makes me internally bitter at the film. They only cut it out so Asha is presented as a strong and independent woman when they have done it countless times in other movies. Do something different. Take risks. If you had Asha have a long interest, it would have made the story much more fun. But I'm gonna have to stop it there because now we will go into the redesign and rewrite section for Asha. Before I do the redesign, I need to rewrite her character. So, I made her into a shy, introverted bookworm, kind of like Belle in a way. To make her more involved, King Magnifico and the Queen are now her parents in this rewrite. Asha has always been under the pressure of doing something great for the better or worse, which makes Asha internally less confident in herself because of how judged she feels around her parents. The only person she finds to be more herself, which is this bright, caring, outgoing person, is around her best friend. She loves to study magic, but she knows that deep down, she can never live up to the expectations the king has when granting wishes. She does care about the people, but she knows that she doesn't know how to lead because of how much she takes orders from other people. To make this work, I looked at the sunset concept design of her originally, and I was sold on it. The sunset colors looked so pretty on her, and to be honest, Disney doesn't even have this kind of color scheme with their characters yet, which is disappointing because of how pretty she was in it. Although I did like her hairstyle in the final product, I wanted this redesign to be much more different from our final product. So, I went with her natural haircut and I loved it on her. The reason why I went with the sunset design instead of the fairy godmother reference was because I wanted it to be and feel different. Her bright personality shines through the outfit, but also her seemingly more reserved side, which fits her perfectly. I also added pink to the design to make the color complement the rest of the outfit. now that you know my ideas for the designs, how did she find out about the wishes? Because of her wanting to learn new things about magic, she asks her father if she could be his apprentice so she can learn how to cast certain spells to help the citizens of Rosas. King Magnifico decided to first teach her some self-defense spells in case anything bad could happen to her. After the few months of harsh training, Magnifico then showed her what she will do as his apprentice. The queen even suggested Asha knowing how wishes are granted. This leads to the scene where Asha and the king are in the room, as Asha asks how all this would work. When Asha asks the king to be more specific, the king shows her that he grants the wishes that are dangerous instead of the more safer ones, as it makes him much more stronger in magic than the ones that are dangerous. Asha points them out, saying that the safer wishes are the ones that should be more beneficial than the ones that are dangerous. She calls him a hypocrite because he says that he doesn't want anything bad happening to the people, but he's granting wishes that are bad for the citizens. Magnifico lashes out at Asha, saying that he knows what is best for the kingdom as an inexperienced magician. It really hurt Asha since she is coming from her father. Feeling betrayed by her parents, I think the queen would back him up on this Mother Gothel style to make this impact touch the audience more. She runs out of the kingdom as they send guards to go after her. She avoids them by casting an invisibility spell, which has a time limit. When she gets to the forest, we get flashback to her and her parents of them being overly harsh from the queen and protective from the king through this wish. Obviously, the song would be modified and she would actually say her wish. As she wanders aimlessly through in the woods, she comes to an opening with a star shining overhead. She then wishes on the star to let her parents finally look through her perspective and listen to her voice for once. The star responds by sending in Starboy. And that's the end of the video. I know, I left it at a cliffhanger, but I do want to watch the film myself before I critique on it anymore, which who knows how long. And to the people wondering why am I making this video? It's because we could have gotten a great film. We could have gotten a refreshing movie that would break the cycle Disney had with their safe movies. But as time moves on, they're not working anymore, and people are starting to see through the cracks of Disney. In celebrating Disney, this trailer had put a bad light as it makes the movie lackluster, which it most likely is. But Disney won't listen to their audience, and when they do, they half-ass it just to shut up the critics. I can't really say much here since, as I said, I need to watch the film. But watching this trailer just makes the film depressing to look at, as it feels like a commercial for marketing purposes rather than actual art. But that's just me. What do you guys think of the trailer, film, or songs? Did you like my rewrite and redesign? What would you add to the story to make it more interesting? If so, comment below or like and subscribe if you want to. But Happy New Year, and I hope everyone has a great day or night. I wish you the best during your holidays. Peace.